So this video is OBINexus project. It's low file files. The whole of upload this without any problem. It's got some authentic context in here. I'm gonna lower it for now. Yeah. So today's project. So these are the OBINexus project. Um, the hive and pollen project. So human pollination and hive maintenance. Basically everything we built in Nigeria, in the constitution where I live, due to the we want to have a hive. So food is a must. If there are two people, for example, if there are two people, just me and with other two other males, there are two other people, two other males, like me and my brother. They are 10% of it, and we have a list of two portions of food we can eat in a day. Two portions we have. Let me get my speech notes. Instead of two portions of food, we have like a morning breakfast and list which all share. We have six portions. So six portions of food will be for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And gonna have that. So we have 12 portions of food. So that's 10%. Listen, you're gonna go for the next step. So we have 10 portions per food. So the portion was basically in a half. So you can eat to whatever the portion is. Once you start eating half of it, will be sustainable for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So this is what I'm put it here. This is called a hybrid. And this is everything will build. Because everything will build into manufacture as food, water and shelter, we double the portion. So we got half of the system willing to consume half to maintain ourselves per day, which is 6 hours, which is half a day, which is 6 hours. So it's only for 6 hours. So 6 hours, so every 6 hours I should not be hungry basically. Every 6 hours I eat food, what is breakfast? Eat with breakfast, and I skip lunch. I skip brunch. I skip the middle one. Brunch. I eat lunch. 6 hours in a day. So every 3 to 6 hours, breakfast starts at 8 a.m. Let's say 8 a.m. 8 a.m. and then you go to school 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12, 4 hours. That's lunch is at 1, 12 to 1. 12 lunch after this also 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 8 plus 4, that's 4 hours. So 4 is nothing. So 6 hours maximum. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So by 2 p.m., I should be hungry. Or 1:30 p.m., I should be eating. Or 1:30 p.m., 1:30 a.m., I should be eating. So that's a hive product. So the hive product is literally the system of hive and pollen. The pollinator make the hive. So even though it's cooking the food, like in the afternoon, I'll be doing nothing in the evening. So, if I'm cooking in the afternoon, my brother will be eating. But we do that how to how. So basically, eight, for example, that's the very policy here in the film. 8 to 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 8 to 4, 8 to 2 p.m. I should not be eating in this situation. So, I should be these are some of the projects. All the projects here. A lot of projects are here, but I can't really find them. So, this is basically civil collapse mitigation. Civil collapse initiative mitigation. Civil collapse initiative. This foundation, you can go to it's no civil uprising, civil collapse mitigation. So you're gonna go there. So you're gonna have you're gonna have the first one. This is the hive and pollen. So we cook to a hive. The hive cooks. The hive maintains a 10% factor, and the pollen, the production of the pollinators as you cook. So if you hive up, you maintain the food already in the fridge. If you're a pollinator, you 10% stability. So you have a ratio of you have like an axis of 10%. Which is you have two axes. You can have 10% maintenance and pollinators, cookers and cleaners. So there are two. Think of them as two x-axis, two axes of So you're gonna have someone that's in the middle, someone that's not doing anything, your child is not your baby be in the middle, and you shouldn't be eating anything that's there, and you have no problem because it's sustainable for you and them. That's the factor. Anything that's sustainable just means that you got 100%. 100%. 100% is like all the best. Then you got one person. Now one person is useless because you can. But if you're 10%, so you can you move for 10%. So 10% growth ratio. That's the goal. So, okay, the 10% factor is basically 10% growth ratio. So every time you eat, you're growing up. You're not being too big. You're not being too down. You are. If you're around 10% up, 10% ratio up, you are. This is scale 10% up. You're scaling based on your frame of reference. So you have eaten, well, you have eaten 10% of your body weight. So everything that really consumes 10% of the energy anyway. So that's biologically sustainable. So basically mathematics and it can basically all the food you eat from animal consumption, you need to consume 10%. And that's your 10% is your frame of reference. You can eat your 10%, because that's what I'm saying. So it works biologically. So this is why it was warned something. When it's sustainable, it's 10% factor you need. We have to read them. Like, you need 2%, you need 10% basically. If you don't have 1%, another 10%, so 10%, because that'll be your own sustainability. So this thing, if you eat well, you kill it for yourself, and that's what I'm saying. This one is a high product, the high product. So basically, the 10% is for the bee and the colony of the bee and the family and the position. Because I come from a compound, you see, I come from stability. I'm not like I had this kind of same thing with the mind, because of the compound model, kind of having a hive, having a compound. So you gotta have something like square grid, so you gotta have something like heritage. If you have honey, for example, and the beautiful honey, that's just 10% of the world drinking, and they don't get fat. Let me say fat bee before, you guys say fat bee. No, I don't say fat bee. I've seen more fat bee, but that was a drunk bee. That was a drunk bee. So you guys should be doing some, I've seen a fat bee. So, if you've seen a fat bee, already you guys know to get it. That people were drinking, doing the job, they were drinking, they were eating, and that was the bee. That was the bee. And he was living in the hard. He was doing it in the hard. He was lazy. He was a fucking lazy bee, that bee. So, those are the hives. We try to build like bees. We try to harvest food like bees. That's the goal. That's very positive. Harvest food like bees. That's the first person. That's the hive and pollen project. There are one project in total. Let me cross this off my list. And you got the artificial gestation project. Let's move on to operation. But, basically, you're gonna have the artificial gestation operation. So basically, you're gonna have babies incubated in a capsule, and that capsule grows with the womb. Well, basically, it's the womb. It's a womb, it's an artificial womb, but for various species, for animals, for cats, for dogs, for everything. That's the purpose of it. It's gonna make things easier for a lot of us, the human beings, but that can't bear children. But this one, for example, is a pod you put children in. It's not a surrogate mother. It's a literal pod, and the pod has a one use. But some of the pods I'm making are one use only. But the one I'm really using the one use is listen for forensic examination. But if we got testing, that's one use one. But everything will be reasonable. Everything will be usable. It's supposed to be usable. But this is literally artificial gestation. It's just a womb, guys. It's a womb, guys. You put something in it, it goes up, it can become stronger because it can come out of the womb. So let's go. To get everyone in the womb, get a child in the womb, and get a child out of the womb. It's a full womb. It's a man-made womb. It's a gestation. It's how to grow and reproductive development. So this is good. I'm trying to have this for animals and kind of soil and earth. So I'm trying to preserve the soil and bear fertility because I see a problem in 10 years' time. So I'm trying to provide the land and everything, just literally the soil only. That's how you can grow low food. Like 1 week. Listen, I put a banana peel and an apple seed in the sand from Africa. It grew in 7 days. 7 days it grew. 5 to 7 days. My plant was blooming apples. Was blooming apples. What's apples? No, I don't remember as a child, but I think it was swap mine. But mine was still blooming plants. It was a plant that grew into an apple tree, guys. Like this apple tree you see here, I'm saying to you, I'm saying to you, that's what plant was blooming. It was blooming apple trees, apple tree, and that's the soil I know in Nigeria. But because soil is so good, that has been preserved. That's been preserved. It's no joke. That's what I'm trying. I'm trying to have this encoded into the system. Some kind of a structure. You don't want the soil. I put it in. It's gonna grow into like a beautiful, 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 beautiful apple tree. I fucking remember growing myself in my own poly plant on the windowsill. We say inside Navy, it's an apartment complex. Guys, that's the beauty of Nigeria. That's the beauty of being in Nigeria. You can just this kind of problems you go away, and you go away because it's easy to preserve your finger. You don't have the land here, so that's what it works. So So that's the artificial system. You can grow babies, can grow fruit, you can grow anything. But it grows anything because it's in codes already what's already there, what's already works. So any disease, it can't get any disease from it because it's natural. So that's the artificial digestive system. It's a womb for Mother Earth. The womb for Mother Earth. So you're gonna have the next one, Nuclear OS. So you're gonna have the next one, Nuclear OS. Now, Nuclear OS, M for Mikey, formula, C for Charlie, O for Oscar, Nuclear OS. You can say Nuclear, the African one. M for Mike, N for Mikey, formula, K for Kilo, O for Oscar. It's a human rights operating system. Like literally, it's a human rights operating system. In the physical, it's an operating system. In the digital, it's an operating system. But it's a human rights operating. So basically, it's listed in human rights operating system. It's basically for the mind color system. So you get three times. You're gonna have because it's human rights, guys. You're gonna have a physical operating system, physical space, your house, guys. Your house stability, and what do you call it? So, room for Mother Earth, room for Mother Earth. So you're gonna have nuclear West, the human rights operating system. You're gonna have basically, you gotta use your computer code. Basically, you gotta define how you want it to recalibrate it. Because it's human system, recalibrate yourself. You define how you want to interact with something. Your calibrations can be due with your rest. And the memory is allocated, the memory is allocated with which is system. You can use that to log into your system. But your calibration to the system is you, your signal. So you are the controller. You are the controller. The system is controlling, being controlled, and the controls are up to you to calibrate. So the controls are yours to calibrate. And the human source, especially human source, you want to use your fingers to log in, or your eyes to log in, or your nose to smell it. That's what feeling you get. Because you gotta have a finger password. You have you gotta have your eyes. Can I look with my eyes? Some people do. Can I look with my eyes? Yes or no? Can I log with my hands? Yes or no? Can I log in with my voice? My voice is my password. Password phrase. You're saying. But whether you calibrate to log into the system is what's gonna be the main things. You're gonna have the main one. You're gonna have like see if I look into my eyes, I look into a camera and I look into my eyes and something flashes and I get something wrong. I get a chance to look into my voice. And sometimes my voice, I can't speak for that day. I don't want to speak because of my I had an issue yesterday. Then I look into my fingers and typing. I should log in if you were to log in or reset my password, reset my password, pick a new sense or sense, pick a new sense, So the reset password would be the fingerprint, so something kind of fingerprint. People log into three-way login system. It should not lock you out, guys. Just go in. Basically, it's a vision that you have to find something that you know. But I'll throw in some stuff is tracking you, trying to find from trying to recognize what is you. Um, Trying to recognize what is you, just finding the slot in it. That's to go. Doesn't whether you are stable or not. You find whether your signal, your signal. That's how the system works. So it's trying to log you in. So that's the more also it's trying to log you in. It's a real computer architecture bit about. You're gonna have the physical OS, the physical space, and one is the one that give you feel is a space called the Muco OS. So you don't have the Muco place you can go computer place. That's where the OB's compound is, but you have to go too fast to get to go to anyone. You can have the ones in SJ's place. So OBI, my persona has their own compound in Nigeria. So I'm gonna do my own compound, but I'm building my own compound because I remember how to do my own compound. Because I remember what I learned from my grandfather. My great grandfather actually. Yes, I remember one from great grandfather. So, he was alive when I was there. I met him once or twice. I wasn't sure who this guy was, but he was a very important man. He was a king on that time. So he has a compound, and I'm going to meet him again. Probably he's dead, and he's free now. So I'm going to use this place to the people. There's another king there. I don't really know what his name is, but if I go back to Nigeria, I have to go and build my own compound. So I just want to do any good mistake. But I'm going to straight up to start my PhD here. But I'll be traveling around the world for my PhD. So I'll be doing ontological PhD. This around the world around us. That's God. So I'm going to the European Court of Human Rights, guys. The European Court of Human Rights. Yeah. And then before that, I go to Nigeria and then try to get my get by my give it to nearby Anambra University. Nearby Anambra, Anambra University. And before and show them all my work and then start helping me build this stuff. But I'm building one compound in UK, and one compound in Nigeria. Because I'm not a problem. You see, so I'm building a triplex in Nigeria, but I'm building them, but I started building them here too. So I'm doing my PhD in two places. I'm doing it two on one. So, it's stressful for me to properly do coding, but I can do it. I know I can do it two PhDs on one. So it's gonna be hard to maintain, but I'm gonna do it mainly on Nigeria. So if you can help me, if you can see the building, then I'll be very happy to do it. First compound by then, without the money I'm saying, I'm a survivor, so I have to survive. So this is what we have to do. It's our foundation. So, second thing, third thing is that's so human operating system is really the compound places. The OBINexus conditional compound. So that's the operating system there. Your human one, you're gonna have the operating system of the physical units which compute which is digital operating system. They can never lock you in out of any system. Never lock you in and out. Those the Exo Tesla. It should be locking you to recover some data to able to recover yourself. That's good. That's a very positive. This is solve the problem that was created by the system. So this is a flexible translator. So this is basically this is Reft. This is basically a programming tool. It's called Reft. Alpha Romeo, Alpha Indigo, Alpha France. Remember, it's not Yak. It's not Yak. Basically, it's not Yak. It's not Yak. It's none of that crap. It's called Reft. One second, guys. So it's called Rift. So that's called Rift is a flexible. Basically meant to match evidence. So use pattern matching to and see Python see to pattern to recognition to parse language children. And you can have a section order too. And you're gonna have Rift. We also telephone pattern matching. We use a regular expression to do so. Regular expressions. We use like backtracking to really able to do so. Now, zero knowledge ZKP proof. So that's the fourth one. So the first one, this one is ZK proof, ZKP, zero knowledge proof. So this is basically blockchain for advancing worlds. So this is very important. This is not part of whole initiative. ZKP, zero knowledge, like but this for oral systems, it's like for blockchain, node zero, my project. You're gonna have Siggy, ZKP. You're gonna have that. So you're gonna have the so if workers used to be cannot change them, cannot change the policies there, cannot change the policies there, you cannot change them, so you cannot see them. So so you're gonna have 10% factor over X or Y dimensions over X or Y. Not to 100%, because 10% is 100. Basically. But they're referential, they're like things you want and things you don't, you really can't live down. So you're gonna have zero knowledge proof, ZKP, and they are literally trusting something to give them to not do some no completed scenario you're saying. But they are zero knowledge so systems that require zero knowledge to of the system. You just give the information, secret all the information that you really need, never the information that you don't need. Yes, please. Jerk chicken. What about the veggie? Okay, give me the first one salad, please. One salad. And double portion. Right, no.
Oh, sorry, brother. Did try.
Thank you, Mark. So this is the Figi human rights protocol. So N for number, S for Sarah, I for Egypt, G for gold, I for get. Sigi, human rights protocol. Basically, the food that gives food, water, and shelter. Basically, you got the Sigi firmware. which I call the firmware, but it's literally a pop-up menu for the macOS. So if the operating system start to design you food, if macOS starts to do this, Insigne will pop up, and resolve the issue. It's a critical infrastructure, it's very critical for that system. So in Sticky menu, the technical the kind of menu will pop up. When something goes wrong, and you can make your decision. You can make your decision. You can sue someone. It doesn't matter who it is. You can demand money from the system that's making you accountable. Like, it doesn't matter if it's my whole system. Because doesn't do that. But people that have viruses on my system can do that. So listen, if somewhere locks you out, or some kind of virus locks you out, then Sigi UI will pop up. And that's a very possible. It's a pop up. That's my solution. So it pops up because your human has been violated, and that human has to get demand money. So you start accumulating money for false ransoming you around the world. So you're gonna have the human rights protocol for that. But it's possible that when there's no food, there's no water, when you're bleeding, when it's blood, sweat, and tears, when you're crying, guys. You're gonna have the mind philosophy. So the mind philosophy is a big one, but it's a holographic system. So miming, like making bodies, like just like a bunny, it can be a peace sign or bunny, peace sign or bunny, depending on how you look at it. You say, this is a peace sign or bunny. Hello, I'm a bunny. This is a peace sign or bunny. Based on the kind of way you're doing it. But the same thing with the bunny, fluffing its ears. Or snail. Can't do a snail, guys. Snail, guys. The head are fitted forward. So this is snail, but it's also because of peace sign. The my philosophy. So miming can indicate the form, shape, or form. A person who is involved with the form. When you go to mime something, mime a reality, and that's the part of the Muka mime system. So you can mime action, mime a shape. And it will give you create a shape in the mime system. But so holographic projects an out system, and you got the light gunner frame at them. Light gunner frame is basically a light gunner, using the light gun, light machine gun. They hold up position, but they're allowed to move, guys. They're going to allow them to move, but allow them to move at their own risk because they didn't with all the threats. So they're doing all this. Even if you can move around, then you're just one that's keeping care. So you get a point man, get a wingman like and they have to hold the light gun. So they have the machine gun, but they can to do holding the position, strategic position in close quarters battles. That's like gonna frame by Nandi Makabala. And you're gonna have you see cloud seeding humanitarian mission. So this is one of the way war broke out in my district in Nigeria, Navy, Abuja. I think that was better. The cloud seeding project is basically a project of cloud system. Basically, we seed the whole place. So basically, you have clouds, you have rain there. But it's not rain for war because it allows you to do it if there is war, guys. But it doesn't allow you to do it for killing people. That's what you say. So I will not do that. So I'll be accountable for do for use this for change weather from good. I can change the weather to help people. You see, that's why it matters. That's why human rights matter. So I agree with that kind of weather. When something's happening, you shouldn't say no. I really agree. I should not agree with it, but I agree with it to some extent. But if it can affect you, why would you do it? No. But cloud seeding is gonna change the weather in long term. So and that changes the environment of the war even before you start. But your human computer can comprehend it. So I'm saying that I agree with it. I disagree with it. I agree with it. No, I disagree with the council project. No, can't make me say something. So I disagree with it because your brain is dynamic. You can do anything. Doesn't matter if you see it or not. You are meant to be in the war, knowing what you're fucking doing. So I agree with it. Doesn't matter see cloud seeding, teaching environment. It's really fun. It's fun, guys. Cloud seeding is fine. It's a good thing actually because it helps to develop. If you do it for wrong things, it's not a bad thing. But I don't agree with the whole framework of human rights. I don't agree with that. What I agree with it is that if your brain can do it, if you can process it, then your brain can do it. But if your brain can't process it, then you cannot deal with it. And that's because of human rights violation in a war kind of setting. That's what I'm saying is fine. So I will not agree to stop teleporting to me and teleporting tell me there's no those teleporter there to kill me. And you just teleport to my body because I don't understand that fucking shit. Teleport to my body. Because I don't understand that shit, especially if it's not my will to fight. But if it's my will to fight, I don't need for generations to generations. There, because I do because we good affect our own children, our children, or our grandchildren, or no matter of children, grandchildren, or children of children. So they affect other people's children. But I agree with it. That way, the children. So get them the class, you can what's the guys? So you're gonna have the system there. So you're gonna have that cloud seeding. So, but it's gonna be part only used for humanitarian aid. So humanitarian aid of reseeding the land that was one fought on. And doesn't matter how much time it is, you gotta receive them while it's actively because it doesn't affect the war zone, the current war zone, then we can redo it. There's no point of not doing this one, nothing very possible there. You're gonna have the human mission. Small drones gonna do the very food and will and shelter. And the missile's gonna what? See the question we don't wanna be shooting down drones, we're gonna be shooting down the missile. Missile will cloud seed and return. Cloud seed return, cloud seed return. Return of the Riches. You can have OB ontological, my favorite AI system, the ontological Bayesian intelligence infrastructure, OBI AI, my heart, me, myself, and I. Bayesian, probability directed cyber which are called Bayesian networks, intelligence, OBAI, my heart system. Basically, this is basically a system that gives you from the hustle. It's gonna able to give you the ability to use your phone and tablet to talk to yourself. But it's not projection of any system. It's literally it's not a prison system. The heart system, the ontological Bayesian intelligence system, is an AI system that allows you to, as a very positive, allows you to vocally express yourself. GitHub.com // OBINexus MK2 / patents. O for Oscar, B for Bravo, I for Indigo, N for November, E for Echo, X for Extra, U for Umbrella, S for Sarah, / P for Papa, E for Apple, T for Tango, E for Echo, N for November, T for Tango, F for Sarah. Patents. Ontological Bayesian intelligence architecture, infrastructure, the heart AI symbolic system that works in symbolic situation, three yes, no, or maybe, but consensual system that ensures that the very sustainable. So you gotta be based on example, if you have a pen and dyslexia, you can speak to the AI system and you say, it will help you understand the system. It's gonna probe you. It's gonna probe the system for info. Say, I can't do this math. I can't do this equation. I can't solve this problem. And people will say, oh yeah, but do you remember then when you tried to, do you remember this event? It starts a conversation and it starts to probe you for the solution. It's consensual. It doesn't just tell you the solution. It's probing you using vertical research. So you have consistency. So this is what you're blind or something. The more you vocabulate, the more you really solve the problem. The more you talk to the ES, the more you solve the problem. That's the ontological Bayesian intelligence of architecture. Just symbolic statement expression. So you have them. You have the economic standing desk. Oh no, my writing. You're gonna have the ergonomic standing desk. So ergonomic standing desk for your laptop, so your computer, so you can sit. You have a ergonomic standing desk. So this is the half sit, half stand. So you're gonna squat and half sit, half stand. But it's gonna give you that basic system. You can have you can start from back problem when we are 2025, then 2020, something. You can stop having back problems. I know back problems. Let's sit down. It's a half. Basically, it's a standing desk, but it's half and half. So it's gonna be standing and sitting, half and half. This is ergonomic. If your back will be straight, your posture will be upright, and everything will be beautiful. That's the ergonomic standing desk. Or let's go, it could be a half stand desk or half sit desk. If you're not standing position, you don't sit up. And it's very safe for you to do that. It's very safe. You can stand at any time. And get gushy line. Now, G for gold, O for Oscar, F for Sarah, I for Indigo, F for Llama, A for Alpha, F for November, G for gold. The gushy line. The world's first gossip program language, the networking program language that will give you a system of Soviet system. So I love this. This is one of my favorite projects here. Godzilla, it gives you compile time safety via token memory, token type, and token value. But there's a problem on this. Listen, there's a problem called a half spin problem. So this one is a state of half spin. How can we measure it? This one is a state of a half. half spin. How can we take what does it mean? We have to use a state of half. That means what's up. We go to the formulate the problem of if it's token memory has been resolved. Token memory is in a half. First is 6 bytes, and the token type or token value has no result. There's a configuration that can put so graphically resolve the half problem of life and death or like on and off or sleep but this is basically started from a superposition interference to resolve the problem. So we got the distribution and traditional action. Yeah, we got the Bayesian inference model too that resolve the kind of ethical dilemmas of morality via the system. Then we got the demonstrating this. We got C line produce the GS files, the GS files, the GS files, the GSM files, and the GSI files. Via the ruling for the model. We can write any one files Goshland trials, main.gs, main trident.gsi, and uh, this is a model like a mod.gsm, GSM file, mod.gs, get mod.gs, uh, mod that even by GOM, go syntax mod.gs, gossip mod.gs, gossip mod.gs, main.gs, and oh, maybe we should do mod.gsm, go on mod.gsm module, main.gs, main.gsm, interpreter system. And that's the final product here. Then they get the oral cell passport. The oral cell passport is usually for any part of the constitution, the oral cell. So basically, if you're part of Nigeria bear facility, you're part of the also you work in the constitution, you breathe, live, and work, you're entitled to a free oral cell passport. Because you are part of the constitution, not the country, but it's the anti-fragmentation of the mind that we're going for. But design itself, design and technology, that's what I'm saying. Design principles of technology. So design before technology. So design and technology. So I'm saying to you, you have D and T. That's what I'm saying. So those basically we design and such, and we have the guns. So I'm making guns too in terms of weapons, but yeah, the weapons are vastly more advanced your constitution. So constitution means you breathe air, you live there, you work there. And let's update you. Update them. Thank you guys for watching this video. I have to go do some other work, but thank you guys for watching the video. That's all the projects here. So let me show you guys the old projects here. Which we got here, the Oracle initiative. Yes, the Oracle initiative are basically framework of me, myself, and I. But these are the projects here, guys. So these are the projects here, guys. Can you see the projects here? So these are the projects here. So you can see it now. So you can look at it here now. So basically, here, I can't see them with some. Cross them out, some of them here, but these are the projects here. If you can read it, so I can pause and read it, please. Well, they should work. And these are some of the projects. These are all the projects here. You have some other projects here. I haven't told you about, but there are more there. Thank you guys for watching this video. But yeah, so the OBINexus initiatives are the constitution of them.